Hey guys, what is up? It is Avery, and welcome to Teendom Talk Show, the talk show for the kids, the teens, and everyone in between. I hope that you guys have had a fantastic week. Mine has been pretty good, and not to mention today is Friday, which means the end of the week. For me, the end of the school week, which I am grateful for because I cannot wait to kick back, relax, and watch some Netflix. I finished this one show with my mom, and it was fantastic, and now I am watching Miraculous Ladybug over for I think the third time. I love that show, so I guess I just have to watch it over and over. And let's see, what else did I do today? Today, I actually went to drop off an iPad at my grandma's house because we got her one for Christmas, but we set it up for her so we can still talk virtually all the time, even though the times can be a bit hard. I'm really glad that we have the resources to be able to help my grandma learn how to actually be able to communicate with us over different FaceTimes and Zooms and everything. So that was a highlight of my day. And another highlight of my day is doing this show tonight. I'm so very excited for the show tonight. We have a lot in store for you guys, and I cannot wait to be able to talk to the one, the only. I'm going to do a little mini drum roll while I'm screen sharing. Senyah Haynes. She is an author, and I have the ability to talk to her tonight about her amazing series, Jayla's Jaunts. Right here is the website if you want to be able to check it out before or after the show. I'm just so excited to be able to talk to her today. I feel like authors are very important during these times. Lots of the times it can be very difficult to try and just escape from the real world, and books are a great way to do it. As a writer myself, not specifically with different books, but specifically with screenplays, I find that authors are very cool. So just being able to talk to one like her today is so empowering and so inspiring. So I cannot wait for you guys to be able to meet her. So let me bring her in right now. I am really excited. I hope that you guys are too. And I'm bringing her in. I'm really excited. Okay, it says that she's connecting to the audio, but oh my gosh, I cannot wait for you guys to meet her. Her series is so great. Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, I can. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's so nice to finally meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm excited.
No problem. I cannot wait being able to, I feel like being able to talk to authors is like so different than just talking to anyone because you guys like you get to help create a whole new world for a lot of different people, and your series is most definitely doing that. So let's just jump right on into it. So I want to be able to of course talk to you about your series, but I also want to ask you this one question. So when you were a child, when you were younger and you were thinking like, oh, of your dream job, what was it, and how is it different from you being an author?
That's a great question. So I think it was more like dream jobs.
Mhm.
And I know that one was to be a teacher, which is really strange because I remember my mom saying something like that from the age of 5, and I just kind of incorporated it. But even then, I knew I wanted to be an actress. And a writer came more toward my teens, but I'm actually doing all of those. So these are I'm living my dream jobs.
Oh, see that being able to not live just one, but live all three, especially considering that that was like your childhood dream, not dream job, but dream jobs. That
Hmm.
that's really cool. So when you got into high school and you realized that writing came then, how did that spark? Like what sparked your love for writing in particular?
I was in love with a boy, and he didn't love me back. Isn't that how it always starts?
Yeah.
I was just, oh God, well, I mean, now the term for it is stalker, but I knew where his locker was, and I watched when he'd walk other girls to class, and I knew his whole schedule, and I was just so infatuated with this little boy, and I would write, soppy love poetry. That's really where it started. I was just pouring my heart out, all my teenage angst about, oh, I wish he'd love me. And that's really where it started. And I had a very, very good English teacher in my, I think, sophomore year. And she really encouraged me to write short stories. And I just kind of went from there, essays, and I started writing screenplays, things like that. But I do believe that love poetry was the beginning of it all.
A modern teenage love story. Spark.
I know.
Oh my god. See, I write screenplays and
Mhm.
it's my passion. So I feel like being able to talk to you as a writer, it's like I get you. I get you. It's like this thing that sparks it all. We see each other.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, one thing that I absolutely love is that you, and I just screen shared this for everybody to see because I think that your series is so amazing.
Thank you.
Jayla's Jaunts. And I put the
Yes.
website down below that you were able to give me so people will be able to check out everything that you're doing and everything
Excellent.
Jayla's Jaunts. But tell everybody, what is it?
So Jayla Jaunts is a children's adventure series. It's about a little girl and her magical auntie Yaya, and they are traveling from state to state, learning about Black history and culture everywhere they go. And they time hop, so they go in and out of time, different time periods. Auntie Yaya is a shapeshifter of sorts. When she's in teacher mode, she turns into an elder with gray hair and a walking stick. And she's got this little magic purse that holds anything Jayla could ever imagine. Its prized possession is a magical globe that in no ordinary way should be able to fit in that tiny little purse. And when Jayla pulls it out and spins it, that's what determines their itinerary. And yeah, it's just a good time going from place to place, learning about things that Jayla wouldn't have the opportunity to learn if she were just sitting at home or in a classroom, because these are things that are not necessarily presented. So that is Jayla's Jaunts, my passion project. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I find something that's so interesting about this is that it's so creative and it's also a learning tool because you're learning about different places, but you're also learning about Black history throughout these books.
Absolutely.
And I find that so inspiring because I'm 13. So being a 13-year-old and being able to see you do this and just know how much it's going to affect people my age, people younger than me, and even people older than me is something that I find that is very, very important. So thank you so much for the work that you've been doing. Now,
Thank you for appreciating it.
no problem. Now, one thing that I'm wondering is how did the idea for Jailer's Johns even come about in the first place?
Well, the reality is that it is a combination of different parts of me. So I have been working with young people for all my adult life. It was either educational theater or it was mentoring, or it was running programs in the classroom. So young people and education are very important to me. Black history and culture is something that I had to really seek. I did not grow up in the Black community. And so when I graduated high school, I kind of dove in headfirst to learn everything that I didn't learn in school or in my environment. I personally love to travel. I love to go all over the world. I find it to be the best teacher. You quickly learn that everyone doesn't think like you. They don't eat the same food you eat. They don't keep the same time or schedule that you keep. It's an awesome way to experience the world. So travel is very important to me, and so all of those things together kind of came to create this. But though this is a combination of multiple parts of me, the igniter, if you will, was that I have a niece that who was born, and she lives in a different state. And I wasn't really able to be in her life when she was young. So I thought about all the things I would love to teach her if I were in her life. And I grew up with a very special auntie. So I'm very keen on how that aunt niece relationship can be. So the actual spark was that I had someone in my life that I longed to be with, and I kind of created this imaginary world of what it would be like. And I just threw all these other parts of me and all these other things that I believe in into the pot, if you will, and stirred it up.
I love that. I feel like having something, because it's obviously very special to you, considering that it's based off of how much you like to travel, about your history with learning Black history, and about your niece, and just having all of that combined into this one book series is something that I feel it's very impactful for readers, especially considering now that I even know your story, and of course the audience now knows your story too. It gives such a more personal feel, and that's something that I love, and it's something that I adore. And one thing that I want to know is with Jayla as a character, what are some things, because you don't have to give us everything, but I love to always try and get like a sneak peek from people when they're on the show, is what are some things that we can look forward to in Jayla's future?
Well, in Jayla's future, well, first of all, she's going state to state in alphabetical order. So considering we're only on Arkansas, which is out, I have the 4 that are out right now. We've got many states to go. So the first thing you can look forward to is many more adventures. One thing that readers can also look forward to is Jayla using more critical thinking. In the first couple of books, it's really Auntie Yaya being this trusted guide, letting her know about the things that have happened, the places that, have been impactful. And now, as we go further into the series, Jayla is really kind of chewing on this information that she's been getting, and she's thinking about it. And wait a second, this seems like that thing you taught me about. And so I think that her voice is going to be much stronger moving forward in the series, and less passive. She's not so much the receptacle of information, but she's really kind of processing it as well. And also, we can look forward to some friends scattered here and there for a few adventures. In Arizona, they go and visit Auntie Yaya's good friend Mona. And so that's another character that's introduced just for that book, because the geography fit, and Mona happens to be Navajo. I believe that in further books in the series, Jayla may have a little buddy that she says, Auntie, can little Johnny come with me or whatever. And so I think those are some things that we can definitely look forward to.
Oh, I'm even looking forward to it. I am so excited. And I love how you're doing the different states in alphabetical order. I feel like that it helps you learn like a map and like what different things happened in these places from like place to place. And it's easy for children to be able to follow along that way. I know back when I was in 3rd grade, we had to do like these little booklets on the different states in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to do them in alphabetical order. And I don't think if we did them in alphabetical order that it would have worked at all for me to be able
At
to
all.
at all. So I find that that's really cool, and especially looking forward to seeing Jayla making some new friends, because
Yes.
best. I love that. And one thing that I want to know is, because obviously the book series is very educational, and it's using a lot of different educational purposes, and I know a lot of different schools would probably be very interested. So where can people find the book, and is it available for schools to be able to get? Because I know that it's specifically my school, I know that would be something that they would love.
Oh, that would be awesome. So right now I do sell it on the website. That is the home of Jayla, palindromeglobal.com. Palindrome, because my name, Senyah Haynes, is actually a palindrome. So that's what I named my company. Yes, it's read forward and backwards, Senyah Haynes. And so palindromeglobal.com is where you can find the books. And I do work with schools. So I'm located in Chicago, and so Black History Month is any Black artist in Black History Month, we're like overly booked. So I just actually was able to work with a school, and the school bought books for the entire student body. And then I was doing readings all week. So I did their K through 5, Monday through Friday. And so I'm interested absolutely in doing more things like that, because I did write it with the purpose of it not only getting into young people's hands, but educating and inspiring them. And I think that the school system is the perfect place to kind of integrate these books. So contacting me at this time via the website, that's how these deals are negotiated at this point.
Okay, because I know that you had mentioned before that lots of the time, like with school, lots of the things that are like in this book, like you didn't particularly learn in school. Like with different Black history, that's not always something that we learn in school, and that is a very sad fact. But it's a fact that can easily be changed and rewritten. I did a little pun there. I tried something out. But I think that that's very cool that you've been doing. So, especially during Black History Month. And one thing that I want to know is, when did you start releasing the Jayla's Jaunts books?
So I actually started working conceptually working on the series in 2013. So it's been quite a while, but the first two were published in 2017. And then I did mention I do a lot of things. So I'm an actress, I work in youth development, I'm a writer, I'm a visual artist as well. So I always have, I kind of rotate my projects. So the first two came out in 2017, and then the next two came out this year, but now I'm really focusing on Jayla because I wanna pick up momentum. So I'm kind of putting my head down and grinding it. So I'm really gonna work on getting more of them out more quickly.
Yeah, I totally get that. I'm definitely a creative, so lots of the time I'll be like, oh, I'll be working on the show, and then oh, I'll be working on a documentary. Oh, I'll be working on another project. Oh, I'll be writing for like 5 different scripts at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting rotation process.
That's the life, baby.
Yes, and I actually love that life. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I'm wondering from you, especially considering that you go with a bunch of different career paths, which is fantastic, during the times of COVID, which we are unfortunately in still to this day, almost a year later,
Mm-hmm.
thing that I want to know from you is how has COVID negatively and positively affected Jayla's Jaunts and everything that you've been doing? Because I feel like I have a sense of some things that can happen, but I want to get it from your perspective. What were some positive and negative things that happened?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that the only negative that negative impact it may have had on Jayla's Jaunts is that this global pandemic kind of had the creator shook for a minute. So, I had to pause for a minute to work on my own mental health because the world kind of flipped upside down on a dime. And it was very scary in the beginning. We didn't know what to expect. And I kind of had to I was glued to the news, which isn't the best thing to do. So I think that the negative impact is that there were times in the beginning where I wasn't working on Jayla's Jaunts. I wasn't writing. I wasn't marketing. I wasn't doing much. I was just like, oh my God, is the world ending? Once I kind of slapped myself out of it, I found that the impact was very positive because one thing that this pandemic has done for a lot of people, and I think it's the silver lining, especially creatives, is the time at home has given a lot of time for reflection. And even, I mean, anytime, and it's balance, right? So anytime something really, really scary is happening or really unknown, it makes you reflect on what you have that's good, right? And so diving into my art was a salvation in a way. And so I'm reaping the benefits of that because I'm being more productive. So that's definitely the positive that's come out of it.
Yeah, I find that originally it was crazy because you're like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And every time there was something on the news, and we're like, the cases went up? Okay. Oh my God, there are murder hornets? We were just like, okay. I was like, what? There's a new thing every single month. And I feel like the positive thing that has come out of it, like you said, for a lot of different people, is that you were able to actually sit down, create more because there weren't all of the distractions from the outside world that you would normally do that aren't coming into your home or wherever your working space is. And you were just able
Mm-hmm.
to sit and create. So after the storm, there's always some sun that comes
Yes.
after. So
Yes.
that's a very important thing. And I feel like I'm glad that you were able to find that specifically in Jayla's Jaunts because it's a creative process that you're still able to get some grind time in, especially considering you don't have the rest of the outside world
Mm-hmm.
right now. So it's like, it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
And one thing that I want to know is we talked a little bit about Jayla's future, of course, but now I want to know a little bit about your future. What are some goals, some future, like let's say 1 year. So like from this point this year to this point next year, what are some things that you hope to accomplish with your careers?
Well, I hope to, no, strike that. I plan to. So I plan to have a couple more, at least a couple more books out by the end of this year. And I'm really focusing with my manager more on marketing what is out and kind of spreading the word. I think of Jayla in my mind as a movement, and I'm really trying to spread the movement of Jayla. And so we're getting a good momentum. I mean, he's kind of got me out on the circuit and letting people know, and I'm getting a good response, and that heartens me to keep doing what I'm doing. So to answer your question more concisely, definitely within the next year, I see at least a couple of more books out. And then I see myself working more in visual arts because I have an anthology that I'm in as well. And so I have short stories. It's not children's literature, but I have short stories in the anthology. And then I also have my art as the cover of the books. And so I want to do more visual arts as well. And I think just continuing with that, those two are kind of my main goals for the next year.
Okay, I feel like I love the thing that you said, how you like, oh, I don't hope, I plan, because that's the correct mindset. That is the right mindset to go, the right mindset to have. And I know that I am so stoked about these new books. I'm like over here dancing in my seat, planning to go over to your website, which I will screen share again so people will be able to see, because you guys need to join this Jayla movement. As you said, this is a movement, and I feel like it is very important. So make sure to go check out the website. It is right here. We will share a couple of more times before the show is over. And one specific question that I have for myself and also for the audience, that I know a lot of people are probably wondering. You are a writer, you are a creator, you are creative. And I, as a creative myself, as a writer myself, there are lots of things that I just want to know, like, how do I know if I'm doing what I'm doing correctly? Like, is there any correct way to do it? So, what's some advice that you have for creatives, for writers out there like myself, and even for aspiring writers? What's some advice that you have for them?
I think that the best advice I have is do what feels good for you. And I say that specifically because you can read countless articles about, successful people wake up at this time in the morning, or writers write this many words every day, or whatever. And the reality is that some successful writers don't write for months, and then they get on an obsessive kick and they don't stop writing for months. And if that's their process, that works for them. Just don't try to paint your canvas with other people's colors, and do what works for you. So if it feels good to get up at a certain time and make yourself write every day, then do that. But if it feels good to only write when you hear something that inspires you, do that. And don't blame yourself and don't guilt yourself into thinking you're doing it wrong, because the reality is there is no wrong way. That's the beauty of creation. You're creating not only the product, but the way that the product is birthed. So that's my best advice.
And that is fantastic advice. I hope that all of the audience, that you guys were able to hear that, because that is some of the best advice that I have gotten in a while. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I adore this. This is making me so happy internally. And I hope that you guys are able to get that advice, because as a creative, you being a fantastic creative that is doing so many different things, to not only just get your name out there, but to help and to inspire and to empower a lot of youth across the nation, across the world, that will be able to help them learn more about where they live, that'll help them be able to learn more about Black history, and also will be able to help them just get in touch with imagination, being able to learn about Jayla and her aunt and the different adventures that they go on, to just be able to go and learn about different places and different parts of Black history. I find that that's something very important and empowering for young people. So thank you so much for all of the work that you have been doing, and I cannot wait to see you continue it.
Thank you.
Yes. So now I want to be able to do something that I haven't been able to do in a while, actually. I think it's been 3 weeks. But each time that I do Teendom Talk Show, besides those 3 weeks that just passed, I go over to YouTube and Facebook in the live comment section, and you guys are able to ask questions for me, for the guests that I have on.
Great.
And I just want to see what questions that you guys have for Miss Haynes. And also, by the way, I love how your name's actually is Senyah Haynes backwards. That's something that I find really interesting. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I just realized that, like, again, you said it, and I was saying it in my mind, and I'm like, oh, that is true. So I know that there's can be a bit of a lag. So I'm gonna pull up YouTube and Facebook on my phone so you guys can ask all the questions that you have. So let me just go over. I'm gonna go over to YouTube first. Sorry, Facebook. They get the first dibs this time. So let's see. Okay, this is a good question. Did you do the illustrations on your books? If not, who did?
I did not. So I actually wanted to be just the writer on this project. So I did not illustrate myself. So the first book, which is all about Alabama, was actually my brother. My baby brother was the illustrator. So he actually created the image of the characters. And then for subsequent books, I'm working with a lady out of Texas, very great artist, and her name is Jessica Catarino.
Okay. And one, I think that that's so cool. The illustrations are beautiful. So those are great jobs. Okay, here's another question that Alexandra, my friend, has. I know you said a magic globe determines where Jayla and her auntie get to go, but I want to know, how do you decide what to write about next? Also, what will you do once you run out of states?
I can't. I want to answer that question backwards. Like, I can't wait to run out of states, because then that means we go to the world. So, so in the first book, all about Alabama, it's the introductory book. So that's where she meets her aunt for the first time, finds out she's magical, and her aunt pulls out this globe, spins it, and what happens is Jayla's finger lands on the United States of America. So that was the determining factor. And then Auntie suggested, okay, since we're going to do the United States of America, let's just do them in alphabetical order. So each subsequent book, she really pulls out the globe to remind herself, like, where are we next? Oh, yeah, Alabama, Alaska, got it. As far as where will we go next? Yeah, I'm a big picture person. So when I envisioned Jayla at first, I'm thinking, let's go to Brazil, let's go to Haiti, let's go to all these other places. But I was like, okay, scale it down. And let's start at home, because there are a lot of teachable moments here. And I think that it is important for young people to understand domestically what we have done in different spaces. So, so those are my answers to those questions.
Oh, okay. And one, I cannot wait till you run out of states either. That can sound really weird when first saying it. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see Jayla travel the world. So thank you, Alexandra. That is a great question. And also, I miss you so much. I love to talk to her throughout the Zoom. It's so cool. Okay, let's see. What are some things that you hope to write after Jayla's Jaunts?
After Jayla's Jaunts. So that is a good question. I hadn't thought about it, because I'm writing while I write Jayla's Jaunts. Like I said, I'm still, I have anthologies coming out now. It's adult fiction. I'm a screenwriter, I'm a playwright. And so I feel like when I want to take a break, I can just switch gears and go to something else. But I mean, quite literally, Jayla's Jaunts, I mean, it literally could last the rest of my life if I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? So I never thought of an after, but I know that during, or I guess after, I know that I still want to be a well-rounded writer and write different genres as my imagination moves me.
Okay, I love how you said, like, as your imagination moves you, because I feel like being able to do like different types of writing, that's something that I hope to do in the future, because I like primarily stick with screenwriting, but hopefully I will understand how to actually write musicals one day, because I'm like, it sounds so cool. And also I love to dance and I love to sing. So I'm like, that could be something that I hop over to. And also writing my own book, that's something I can just leap over.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me just try and figure out the ropes of that first. Okay, next, I'm going to go over to Facebook, because I feel bad leaving you guys out all the time. I feel some of the YouTube questions. So, YouTube people, you can still ask the questions. I'll just be hopping back and forth. Okay, this is a good question. So, it's Women's History Month. Who are some of your favorite female authors?
I think my absolute favorite would have to be Zora Neale Hurston. I was introduced to her actually by the same high school teacher that I was talking about, encouraged me, my English teacher, Mrs. Etheridge. She introduced me to Zora when I was a sophomore. And again, I grew up in where I was usually the only Black kid in my class, one, two, maybe three of us, So it was very important for her to tell me about an author that would speak to me in that way. And I like Zora because she was an anthropologist as well, and she really went and toured the South and really dug into the dialect. And she wrote in dialect a lot. And I really, really appreciate that about her. So I think she is probably my favorite. I do also like, I like the classics. I like Alice Walker. I like Harriet Jacobs. She was an enslaved woman who got her freedom, but and she wrote in a genre called slave narratives. Okay, so right after emancipation, there was this whole genre of people writing their stories, and she moved me because her story is very, very similar to Anne Frank's. She was kind of holed up in a space for a period of time, and she was hiding from her, her oppressors and everything, but nobody knows about her, and it's American history. So she really moved me. People like that.
Okay, I see. Like, there's a wide variety, and I love the authors that you named. I'm like, I gotta check out some of their work, because if you think that they're great, they gotta be great. So I'm like,
They're great. Check them out.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ask a couple of more questions. Okay, here's one. What was your favorite book as a kid? Oh.
Oddly enough, I liked Dr. Seuss a lot when I was an itty bitty. I loved the rhyming schemes, and I actually, the King Stilts it's engraved in my mind because in second grade we had a book swap, and so you're supposed to take a book you loved, wrap it up like a present, and then swap it with your classmate. And my mom made me do that to the King Stilts, and I loved that book. And literally, I cried and cried. And I thought about that over the years, and literally, I went and just bought that book again, like 3 weeks ago. I'm not kidding, because it's just been in the back of my head. Like, she made me get my book away. I love that book. So, The King Stilts by Dr. Seuss was one of my favorites.
I see, especially to the point where you like just went and bought it again. Like, it had to be your favorite.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, one of my favorites, I know like I'm still a kid, but like when I was like itty bitty, one of my favorites was also a Dr. Seuss book, which was Marvin K. Mooney, Will You Please Go Now? And I know my mom is watching this episode, and she's probably remembering the book because she used to read it to me all the time, and I loved it. And I thought that it was so cool. And I was just talking to my friends, and none of them know that Dr. Seuss book, and it bothers me so bad because I love that book. So I'm like, okay. And when I get older, I'll probably buy it, and I'll probably frame a copy and just do all of that weird momentum stuff that was like real childhood stuff.
It's the nostalgia. You'll buy it when you're grown. You'll think of your mother, and you'll just have it near and dear to your heart in this hallowed place on your bookshelf. So that's what's coming down the road.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm prepared for that moment. Okay, this is a good question. What do you want the world to know during Women's History Month?
I want the world to know that though the spotlight is on us for this month, just like Black History Month, Black history is every day, 365, and women's history and the contributions that we've made and continue to make should be valued every day, 365, sometimes 366. So that's what I want people to know.
That's very important. And I hope that people know that too, because I'm like, if we may get a month, but it should be celebrated literally every single day of the year. 1 month, yes, that's a month to amplify those voices, but that doesn't mean that's the only time that you should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so hopefully people got that engraved in their minds by now. And one last question, that's a great question that somebody asked, and also something that I was going to ask you is, where can we find you and your books? How can we order? I love these.
I love it. Well, you scrolled it on your screen, palindromeglobal.com. So I've got this shipping thing down to a science, and I've got folks that are helping me. So that's where the books live. And every time I publish a new one, that's where they go.
Okay, so make
Yep.
sure to go to this website right here to be able to check out everything that Ms. Haynes is doing, and also to check out Jayla's Jaunts, because I'm like, okay, guys, you guys need to get these. Every single one of you. I can't see you. I know you're watching, so I'm pointing to you. I'm pointing to you. I'm pointing to you. Go to the website. And
Thank you. And Avery, can I say that for your age, I think it would be really great if you guys have younger siblings to read it to them. There is a glossary in the back of each book for any words that are difficult, but because Auntie Yaya speaks in lyrical rhyme, it really reads well. And then that gives your younger siblings an opportunity to have you older with them so that they can ask questions, because the content, some of it is stuff that they may not have been exposed to. So I always promote read to young people when at all possible.
yes, I'm gonna make sure to do that. I don't have a younger sibling, but hopefully when COVID's over, because I have a whole lot of kids that are close to my family and things like that, that I like to call like my little sisters, my little brothers.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
People I'm close to. And I'm like, that would be great, especially the glossary in the back of the book. That's going to help kids expand their vocabulary too. Like that. This is so educational, and at the same time it's interesting, getting that thing called imagination moving. And I feel, oh my gosh, thank you for your work. All I can really say. Thank you so much for all the work that you've been doing. It is creative. It is moving of people. I absolutely love it. And thank you so much for coming on the show with me tonight. It was amazing to be able to talk to you. I hope to talk to you soon. And I'm so excited for the future with your careers and Jayla's Jaunts.
Oh, the pleasure was absolutely mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I will talk to you later.
Okay. You have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Stay safe.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I had the best time talking to Miss Senyah Haynes. I cannot believe everything that she has been doing. She doesn't just have one career, but she has multiple careers where she is doing lots of different things to help promote youth learning about different parts of the world, helping them learn about where they're from, helping them learn about Black history, and also being able to just learn more, get that imagination going. And all of her work is so very beneficial. And remember to, I will screen share it again, to check out her website, which is right here for you all to be able to see, palindromeglobal.com. So you can check out her, check out Jayla's Jaunts, which is the home for Jayla's Jaunts, where you can buy the different books and be able to even catch out when they release. And as you know, she said for right now that she is doing all of the states, and she's still on Arkansas right now. So we have such a while to go, and I'm so excited to be able to read every single one of them. And you guys should too. So before we close out the episode, I actually wanted to be able to show something with you guys that a good amount of you guys may or may not have seen before. So a couple of weeks ago, when I was supposed to be doing a live stream with Girly Brands, aka the brand that I am the brand ambassador for, unfortunately, according to the weather, I could not do a live stream with them that we had planned. So instead, I decided to do a Girly Brands haul with a couple of cool pieces that they were able to send me. And even though I put this on my IGTV and my Instagram is AveryK_official, I wanted to be able to share it with you guys on the show tonight, considering not only do we have a bit of time left, but I think it would be really cool for you guys to be able to look at some of the Girly Brand pieces that they have to offer, so you guys can make sure to go and get some of your own. So before I screen share, make sure to go to girlybrand.com if you want to be able to check out some of the stuff that they have that I will be showing in this video. If you go on their different social medias, their Instagram, their Twitter, their Facebook, and of course their website and the TikTok, which I post on often, you guys will be able to learn about the different coupons that they have weekly and daily to be able to get some money off of those pieces. So without further ado, I will screen share the video so you guys can be able to see the Girly Brand haul that I did. Hey Hey y'all, what is up? It is Avery and welcome to my IGTV. So as some of you guys may or may not know, today I was supposed to be doing a live stream with Girly Brand Apparel, but because of the frequent wet weather situation, some things have gone down which have caused us to not be able to do a live stream today. But don't worry, it will be rescheduled. So today, in replacement of that, I have decided to do a Girly Brand haul. So as you guys may or may not know, I am the brand ambassador for Girly Brand Apparel, and I have some new goodies over here that I haven't been yet to open. So I'm going to open them on camera and give a true, honest review for you guys. So you guys will be able to know how I like Girly Brand Apparel, so you can go and get some of your own. So before we start this haul, make sure to follow me on my Instagram if you haven't already, which is AveryK_official. Make sure to follow Girly Brand at Girly Brand, and also make sure to go to their website, which is right here. And yeah, let's get into this haul. All right, so I'm gonna get the bag. This is the bag, guys. So as you can see, it has the Girly logo on it. It's a bit dirty because it was on my bedroom floor, but I'm gonna open it. Okay, I think yeah, it's open. So this is the very first thing. So from the packaging, this is what it looks like. I think I can tell by the packaging that these are sweatpants, and they're medium because I wear medium. Okay. Ooh, I like gray sweatpants. Oh. Okay, so these are the sweatpants. It has the red and green Girly G on the sweatpants, and they're gray. They are elastic, so they're stretchable, which is something that I really like because my waist size is very different from like the rest of my legs. So this is really comforting. I think these are gonna fit me pretty well. I like the comfort because the inside looks very soft. So I'm gonna rate these based off of looks and feel, because I'm not trying these on just yet. Based off of looks and feel, I will give these a 9 out of 10. All right, so next up is, I'm gonna pull this out. Ooh, okay, so based off of this, I can tell this is a sweatshirt. It looks a bit more yellow on camera than it actually is. It's actually a bit of a cream white, so I'm gonna open it. Ooh, okay. So this is a sweatshirt and it says, "Respect my curves, Girly Brand." Yes, I love this already because, oh my gosh. And I like the color of it. It looks, like I said, it looks a lot more yellow on camera than it actually is. It's more of a cream-ish type, at least to me. Oh, this is something I didn't realize. They have pockets. So there are pockets in the middle of this crew neck. So I really like this because I use pockets often. Like I said, for the sweatpants, the material on the inside is really soft. If you can see it, like that's the material. It's really soft. And I love the saying on the front, "Respect my curves." Yes, yes, yes. I am going to rate this a 10 out of 10, considering I love the saying, I love the colors, and I also am in love with the material. Let's see what this is. Ooh, okay. Oh, there's actually a note on this one. I think this was the one I was supposed to open first. Okay, so there's a note on this one, which I'm going to read to you guys. So it has a girly sticker. Yay, considering I love the girly sticker. So I'm going to... Okay. So it says, "A girly package for Avery," with a heart. And then it says, "Thank you, Girly Brand Apparel." Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. And then it has their socials right here, so make sure to go follow those. Those are their socials and their website. So thank you, Girly, for this note. Now this is a sweatshirt right here. I don't want to rip the sticker or anything. Okay. Oh, this is a sweatshirt. I can tell. Oh, I love these colors. Wait, okay, I haven't even opened it yet fully. Oh, it's a sweater dress. Okay. This is a sweater dress. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it has pockets. It has orange, green, and blue. Don't mind my nails. They're kind of messy, but there's orange, green, and blue. Oh, that is so fresh. And I love the girly title. That's right here, the lettering for this. I love, it's embroidered, by the way. So it's embroidered. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Wait, I am really excited to wear this. This one is not just a 10, this is a 1,000 out of 10. I love this. I have not looked at the rest of the pieces yet, but I think this may or may not be my favorite because it's so unique. I'm gonna have to, oh, I think I know what this is. Okay, I think I know what this is. I think I've seen it before. I love this piece. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is a part of the Black History Month collection. So this is the very front of the sweatshirt. So it says the girly letters on the front, but on the side there's something very unique. It shows a black queen embracing her crown on the side of one arm, and then on the other side it has the black power fist with the African flag colors. I love this already. Oh my gosh. And the inside, so soft. You can see from the material how soft it is. There are pockets once again. Oh, it's green at the bottom, so it's black and green at the bottom like this. So this is overall what it looks like, and oh my gosh. I love this. I love this. This one is another 1,000 out of 10 because I love my favorite. Oh, okay, these are leggings. Wait a minute, these are leggings. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like these a lot. There's the girly on the front right here. I don't know, is this the front? Is this okay, this is the front. Yeah. This is the front. And then it's camo. It's a camo pattern. So it's like a black and a light green. I really like this. I really like this. So it's stretchy material. Yeah, it's very stretchy. So I know that that's gonna be really great because I have very long legs. I like the material. I think that it's great. I think that it's going to be great for especially physical activity, physical exercise, because I like to work out sometimes. And yeah, I really like the colors as well. I like the way that the lettering is done. It's kind of different. Up close, you can see like the lettering this time is a bit more like metallic-ish, and that's something that you don't really get to see with the rest because it's like embroidered. So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 mainly because I love leggings. But I'm gonna get this one out. This is, I think this is another crew neck. Okay. Ooh, okay. I like this. I truly do like this. It's red, it's gray, so I think, oh, these may, oh, okay. These match with the other leggings I opened. Okay, so it's the girly letters again. It has like a neon yellow behind it, and then it has a blue dot for the eye. It has red sleeves, and then afterwards it's gray. And it's a very fuzzy material, very soft, same material as the other sweatshirts, which is a very good quality. And now that I understand, I like this balance much better now that I actually know what's going on because I opened it. I think I opened this whole thing wrong. So these are actually a 10 out of 10 now because I like how it matches. And this is a 10 out of 10 because once again, love crew necks. I think that this is very cute. This one is a black and red one, and then afterwards it has the lettering in the front embroidered, again the girly letters, and it also has pockets at the front, of course. But this one is not for me. This is it was a part of their sorority collection, and this one is for my mom because my mom is a Delta, and this is their Delta sweatshirt. That's part of their Greek sorority collection. I love this, and I think that it's really cute. I think that my mom's gonna love it. And the material is really great. So I'm gonna and I love the message that it's sending, so I'm actually gonna give this an 1,000 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching my Girly Brands apparel haul. I really like all of the pieces that they were able to send, and I think that they are so cute, and they're really great material, and they match with literally anything. And actually leading into it, make sure to follow Girly Brands on their social medias, their Instagram, make sure to follow their TikTok as well, which I post on sometimes. Also, feel free to check out their website where you can look at some of the amazing pieces that they had, some that are exactly like the ones that I just shared. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram, AveryK_official, and make sure this week to check out the Teendom episode where I will be talking to a couple of members from the Divine Nine, and I'm really excited about it, so make sure to check that out as well. Watch it on Friday, and I will see you guys later. Bye. I hope that you guys were able to enjoy that. I know that I had such a good time doing the girly brand haul, and I love all of the pieces that they have. Also, make sure to follow my Instagram if you guys want to be able to check out some of the photos that I was able to take with some of these awesome pieces. I will be posting them throughout the weeks, and I'm just so very excited to share those with you guys, share some different outfit combinations that I did with the clothes, and also make sure to follow their Instagram, follow their Twitter, their Facebook, and also make sure to follow their TikTok at Girly Apparel so you can check out your girl making some dance videos. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the end of this episode because it was a great episode. I was so glad that I was able to talk to Miss Senyah Haynes. I'm so glad that I was able to share the Girly Brand haul with you all. And also, if you want to be able to check out the links, make sure to go into the description of these live streams on Facebook and on YouTube. And you guys will be able to check out everything that I've shared with you today. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Teendom Talk Show. Make sure to come back at the same time, same place next week to be able to get another episode. I hope that you guys have been well. I hope that you guys will stay safe, stay happy, stay sane. And yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.